Welcome back, guys. So, do men compare themselves to other men? Let's get real with our gentlemen. Deshaun Marshall, customer service representative, and chef Nicole Bundy. Hi, guys. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Doing quite fine in this weather here.
So, do men really compare themselves to other men? Has that ever been an issue?
It is. You will find a lot of men out there, even in today's society, finding themselves, comparing themselves to other men because of their success, their wealth, their fame, and their lifestyle. And most of this is contributed to social media. They gravitate to it so much, they find themselves trapped into this comparison trap, I call it.
Right.
Nikhil and Deshaun, why is
Yes.
it that you think it's a thing? Because I remember for myself when I was younger, maybe I would have done the comparison, but now that I'm older, I don't find myself comparing myself to other men.
All right, well, I believe it is something we experience as men in totality, no matter if we believe we do not, sometimes in measures of characteristics too. But life, the competitive nature of men, we size up ourselves. It may not be in terms of stature or build, but even possession. And even as Nicole said, our achievements, so to speak. But one must know that as a man, the best person we should be comparing ourselves to is a man in the mirror and what we are made to be and what we are called to.
Right. Would you say it's a personality trait or is it a gender trait? Because sometimes as women, that happens as well. So, Nicole, would you say it's a personality trait or just a gender thing?
It all depends. I would say it in some ways, yes, it can be because the thing is especially it caused most of the time by peer pressure as well. When it comes on to comparing yourself with persons, it depends on your company that you keep, and you want to be this type of person that you're meant to be. So but as you grow, most of the times you'll find yourself getting out of that type of trap and finding that person within you that you were created to be.
All right, we're talking about our image this morning, whether how you style yourself, how you
Smell.
I know as a man, I'm kind of obsessed with my own image, but it doesn't come across as an obsession. But do you think men in general, we obsess about how we look in the eyes of other people? Anyone of the two?
Deshaun? I think we lost him.
No, I think they're still
Are they
there.
here?
Anyone of the two can take it.
Okay. Yeah, but I think they're a little bit frozen.
Yeah.
But,
So for me, growing up, I was always very simple. I found, I wear a nice white shirt and a jean. But now as I get older, and I have to be at more events, so to speak, and I have to be in the public eye. I try to put myself together.
Yeah, probably interest has changed a little bit in terms of just where you go, what you do.
Do you think that affects it?
Yeah,
Where you
man,
go?
of course. And I mean, your interest. So, like, if you are someone who is not interested in partying and nightlife and that kind of thing, then that might affect how you dress as well. So, for example, you prefer to just go from work or home or that kind of thing. So with that being said, you might invest differently or invest in your image differently and invest in how you look. at work, you know?
Yeah.
You might invest more in your button-up shirts and your and that
Ties
kind of
yeah.
thing versus someone who is into nightlife and more flashy and want that kind of vibe. So I don't know if it's obsession, but I think Nickel and Deshaun, they're here with us. So Nickel, would you say that men are obsessed with their image and how they look? Because Excel just threw out the
Yeah,
question.
because I want to know if you think it's forced upon us by society to be to think about how we look.
It's a two side to this. As I said before, it all depends on your background, the people, the company that you keep, that force you into a direction. Because
True.
man, we're as a man, we want to be successful. You know, we are ambitious. We are motivated. And so we want to be successful, and because of how successful we want to be, we find ourselves with that pressure, trying to be out there, you know, so people can see us.
Okay.
So we want to live a lifestyle, a lavish lifestyle, because most of it caused by we want to have a lot of females attractive to us.
Okay.
You know?
Well, on another note to say, we pride ourselves by our image,
Right.
and for one, it's the confidence within our own self. So primarily, I would think as men, I wouldn't say it's an obsession, but it's a high value for us because it boosts our self-esteem, our self-awareness, and also our ego, and not only just to attract others, but to also present a dominant stature in any space that we are.
And do you think that is healthy? That kind of approach to your own image, your own how people see you. Do you think that is healthy if you try to create something that you're not?
Well, that's a different story. So being what you are not is not ideal. But if it is what you represent, so your energy a lot of times, for styles differ for people, and you can know when someone is very fitting and with the image that they display. So that one thing that you noted, Dwayne, is very crucial, because we find that very much so people wanting to be different, but everyone they are doing the same exact thing, not being different. You know, so it goes back to comparing with the person in the mirror. As Michael Jackson said, start with the man in the mirror. A lot of times you're born as men not having the compass to be the type of men society has shown us to be, and not a lot of avenues and individuals out there to groom and to hone men. But it takes a man to raise men and to groom men, and that's what we need.
Okay. That's interesting.
And again, so personally for you two, how do you see yourselves in terms of your image? What do you think people see when they see you? Is it what you want to be, or is it what society has dictated for us to be?
Nickel, you want to take that one for us?
Yes. How I see myself, I always try to be me, you know, to find that true person within myself. It's not matter. I don't care about what other people might say or what they might think, because my opinion is my opinion. You cannot live, because when you go to that trend now, you're gonna find yourself living for people and not yourself, and then you're going to be so despair. You're going to be lost.
Right.
You know.
Did that take you some time to discover, though, Nickel? Was that, over the years, or did someone help you to reach where you are now in terms of your thought process and how you view this whole topic? Or was it just your experience over the years that brought you here?
It was my experience. I have a few role models that I looked up to. I try not to get too caught up in the way that they're living, but actually to take some of the good stuff and see how they reach there and plan my own strategy to accomplish my goal, to be where I am.
Yeah. And before we go, Deshaun, any advice for younger men coming up in terms of those who are trying to find their own way? Any advice for them?
For one, as my mother would implore, the book of Proverbs, it's a wholesome book. And if you want to be wise, read that book every day. There's a nugget in it. Also strive more so to understand what the true value of who a man is, what the purpose is in life, because that's the foundation of society. And you see, once that is gone, the whole world crumbles. Try to aim to be like Christ. Dare to be a Daniel, dare to stand alone.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome words, and a good way to end this segment. Deshaun Marshall, customer service representative, and Chef Nikhil Bondi. Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
All right.